Hello and welcome everyone back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, with my players as always. Although one is here in spirit and one is away at the minute, so they're kind of here, kind of not. As we carry on with our Rogue Trader game, where in the last couple of episodes, our group have done some improvements to Izmir, where they searched the remaining buildings of old construct and found some goodies. Found a pumping station for the fountain, so they were able to fix that up, and water is now being pumped from the lake into Izmir directly. They then gathered up their goodies and spoils and decided to go up to the Archaeotech facility. The Damn it, I can't remember. She's not a Smurf.
Tau?
Yeah. Are they Smurfs? Isn't that the Ultramarines? They're the Smurfs. Papa Smurf, all that shit.
I mean, everything is a
So
fucking Smurf if it's blue. Even the orcs have a Smurfs. They also have purple Smurfs, which are invisible.
The blueberries, that will do. So the blueberry got to see some advanced human technology in their Archaeotech facility, as Cray almost immediately upon arriving decided to implant one of his gifts from the GM and Omnisire directly into himself, and obtained a fairly decent cybernetic component that allows him to sense the immaterium. As the others went about their business and checking out their things that they had found, and Cooney found that once Cray awoke and used his new power, that she had a crystal that glowed and pointed in a direction of the psychic things happening. And yes, we've learnt some. Oh yeah, they also took some time out to learn some skills. So we've had some downtime. They've gone through some loot and some other things. There may be some more stuff that they want to check out in this episode, but we will see. As hopefully our players are kind of here and ready to continue.
Maybe. I'll be still here in spirit. Jim is probably drinking some spirit, so.
I'm here.
Hey! And the man in the in the hospital bed got thrown through a wall, apparently.
It just baffles me how on the Sunakoon screen he never goes underneath it.
Amazing.
Albie's recovered now, or Craig has recovered now, so we can move that.
The wall. Yesterday.
Yes.
Sounds of chaos worship to the god Slanesh can be heard in the background. They played a record backwards. Oh no.
Train.
He's on the train.
Oh yeah. I know you're on the train. God damn it. For a split second there, my mind didn't go to I'm on the train. My mind went to what do I need to train? What? Who am I training? Are you training me? I mean, what was it? Cray was recovering. We spent basically a day just faffing around, making a little bit of progress and cleaning this place up, and then you were gonna look at the Vox.
Box is fixed.
Voxcaster?
Box is fixed.
Vox is fixed?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And What else was there? I was going to say the spotter skull, the servo spider skull, but at the same time, I still need to actually be able to wrangle it, which is going to be a pain because none of us actually have wrangle. I have it. I have it basic. Yeah, I have it as basic, so I'm using it at like half my fucking skill level, half my intelligence level.
As a reminder, the Archaeotech console over here did play a video. It was really corrupted and grainy, and bits would skip and so on and so forth. But it showed the world as a hunting world and as the spider as a companion. And Cray did find a readout on it that it is, it's a starter level pet. If this was an MMO.
It can carry one piece of loot for me. So it does not point out secret locations yet.
So Cray would definitely know that it's not designed to be incredibly difficult.
Does it have some interface with the console by any chance? Well,
yes, there is a charging
does that console
have... there's a charging wire. I don't just mean that
like
plugged in.
I don't just mean the charging port. I mean, like, is there an actual interface itself, or does that go through the charging port as well? Like, if there's a mini Cogite unit of the console, it could actually possibly look at it for automatic programming purposes and shit like that. So automatically direct, or see if Craig can go, oh yeah, if I plug this in and if I switch this setting on, it automatically bonds with such and such, like a first target scene or whatever.
He could definitely plug into it and check over the data there. That would be a lot more difficult because it's going into essentially an Archaeotech code and trying to figure out what parts need to be changed, what parts need to be removed.
Or even just seeing if there is any of those protocols or stuff in built into it.
I mean, he would know from the readout from the computer that it is designed to be trained. It's designed to be imprinted, as that's what the reel said, and the data on the Archaeotech Cognite.
Yeah. Okay. Also, the Brazilian is back and ready to double jump. Okay. I mean, Albie, what do you think? Shall we try and get this thing working, and we'll try and get it bonded? Or is he still lost connection with the train? He may have lost. Oh no, Jim's typing.
Yeah, we can get to make it work. Hello.
Yep. Say again.
We can give it a shot to make it work.
Sweet. Okay.
Also, train will be for another 30 minutes.
No problem, dude. Okay. So if we can give it a try then, and hopefully Albie will be here for when we can actually get it sorted.
Righto. So I mean, Cray is awake, because he's currently, as he's sat down, he's charging things at the same time, being your universal adapter as always.
Yes.
So it was right here.
Multi-port.
Literally,
there we go.
I had it. Now it.
all I need now is just take this. Oh shit. Why did you pop up? Fuck off. Oh, that's why. So just take this, slap a tech priest head on it, and you got Cray at the
Yeah.
moment.
Pretty much. Pretty much. So,
Yeah. Ow.
as you get out the Spooder skull, your like Cray would obviously have a look at it as well.
Yep.
He would locate for you the charging point and basically tell you that you can plug it in over there, do this ritual, do that ritual, sing these praises, and you can actually put charge into the spider skull. As you go and do as he says and plug it in, and if you do or don't do the little praises, you'd see that the eyes begin to blink.
I make sure he does the little dances.
I mean, Craig, you have got a decent position to see to make sure that he is doing the. It's right in your eyesight, so.
I will do it correctly. I mean, I was gonna...
to your head.
Probably, yeah. I was sitting on the floor, and as Cray watches, I'll footer about with it. And I'll try and do as I can, or do what I can with it. Maybe here, because I need to actually plug it in, don't I?
Over here. No, I'm not pinging. Why am I not pinging? There.
Oh, there. Okay. I thought you moved Cooney. I didn't realize it was Jim. I thought you moved Cooney. I was like, that's not me. So yeah, you would just see me pull out this, like, okay, it looks like I'm pulling out like a mechanical spider, and then you just see like a fucking skull and shit mounted on top of it, as well as like a bunch of wires and like mechanical eyes and stuff. And I just like put it down, pull out a cable, just like, yep, that'll work. Oh boy.
Oh, sorry. Is it too? Hang on. I've got to find the Spooder skull now. See. I don't. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So
Fork or
as
cup?
the
What?
so the spider skull, the skull part, it does have a large amount of metal, and there's metal around the outside of the chassis basically for it. As the lights in its eyes begin to pulse red, you sit and you watch it, and time just seems to tick on by. Heinrich, you do have a chrono, so you are able to kind of impatiently look, and it's like, oh well, that's been 5 minutes, and it's not really okay. Well okay. Maybe I'd talk to Cooney
I know things take. I know things take time to charge.
Yeah, maybe you expected it to be a bit quicker than it's going to be.
I didn't expect it to be quicker for its archaeotech, but still.
To make sure I hear something doing the dances while he's fading.
I mean, if I have to chant words, you can chant words too. That way, we do it doubly quick. That's how it works, right?
Sure.
See?
Yes, like the orcs. The more of you that do it and believe, the quicker it happens. So yeah, if there's anything you want to do in the meantime, talk, RP stuff, what have you, examine something else, you can. Or if you just want to snap your fingers and have time pass.
That's how you'll be making cocktails of vegetables.
Making what?
I heard
Paddles?
cybernetic cock, so I can't be
heard
right.
cybernetic cock paddles, and I'm really concerned.
Oh God.
Goth?
Yes.
What are you doing to the thick goth girl, Abby?
nothing good. The cybernetic cock paddles involved.
For fuck's sake. Okay. Okay. So in the meantime, I guess while we're taking our time, I'll start just thinking stuff out loud, like, okay, so what are we gonna do with the village next, and just kind of like, if I have the water going to it now, if we can try and get some form of farming set up or something like that, maybe like trying to find a way for them to like teach them how to actually use the water correctly. I bet they're probably fucking swimming in it again, unless that lesson didn't, get itself fucking all around. But sure, if we keep pumping the water, it'll be all right. But I'm kind of looking over at Cootie and they go, kind of need to get some of that stuff out of your ship and all too. Like get some of that tech, because that could help quite a lot. You had weapons and stuff on that, right?
We did, yes.
Yeah. So,
But there
it's gonna
was
help.
also that green weird thing. But we need to first purge the ship of whatever is infecting it, and then get the stuff.
Well, as they say in the Ecclesiarchy, fire helped with a lot of things. To burn that stuff away, probably. If you said it's like it's like what? How did you describe it? You just kind of said it was a green thing last time. Like, what exactly was it?
Kind of like a fungal growth, I guess you would say.
Right. Okay. Would I know anything of this? Like, not as like chaosy stuff, because I know as a character, as a player, it's chaosy stuff. But as a character, would I know of like,
I believe you have Forbidden Lore Rogue
Stellar?
Trader.
I have Forbidden Lore, Xenos Generic, and Common Lore Rogue Trader. I don't think I get.
Then it would be
Forbidden Lore Rogue Trader.
your Common Lore Rogue Trader. You do get a plus
I have
20.
I have Astromancy as well as a Scholastic Lore, which is space travel, as well as charting.
Yeah, you could make an argument for the Astromancy. So whichever one of them is better for you.
I think Rogue Trader is better. I'll go
there
with
would
plus,
be one.
What was plus 20?
Yeah, plus 20.
Okay.
Again, you are meant to be from a Rogue Trader lineage.
Supposed to be, but apparently my fucking rolls have been just awful. Like last session was was like the first time in a long time I've actually had a consistently good rolls. And the next one I got was a 25 and a 5. Fuck! Ah, god damn it. I just love screwing myself, don't I?
So
I even got like fucking 377s in that as well.
So I mean, Heinrich, you can always come down to did something funky happen in the warp? Because most strange things you can associate to it's a ship. Well, it's a ship that travels in space and has to go from, you don't know anything really about Tau except from what is commonly known, that they are a Xenos that the Imperium fights, and so they must travel in the warp, right? So, something funky happened with your Geller shield.
Yeah, that's literally just like he kind of stops and thinks when you like mentions of fungus and everything else, and he goes, I mean, I'm not thinking of anything right now that would cause it. I mean, how does fungus grow on a spaceship in like how long was it actually crashed? Not that long, right? So, did you were you growing experiments inside? Did your Geller field flicker or something, or?
Out of character, I don't know what a Geller field is, right?
No, you do not.
Yeah, okay, just confirming, because we don't use Geller fields. We don't travel by warp.
No.
Yeah. I'm just going to say first of all, what's a Geller field? And secondly, it wasn't that long since we crashed. I was training in the hangar area, and suddenly things went weird, I guess you could say. I saw faces on walls and weird things.
Oh yeah, that's a flicker. Okay, so yeah, your Geller fields are the field then.
Again, I do not know what a Geller field is.
It's well, how do you not know? It's that surely you would have an announcement to brace for it. It's like when it activates, your ears will always pop. You feel your teeth crinkle and knackle in your teeth in your mouth, and it's. I would know slightly more of it because I'm a rogue trader, wouldn't I? I'm technically a captain, so like it's like your astropath or your navigator will be using the what? Albie?
It was about picture shield to keep the enemy out. You know, especially stop ghost. That's what Sven should know.
I don't understand Klingon, so can any of you
I'll be honest,
translate?
I didn't hear that at all. I'll be sorry. It's coming through very staticky and spotty.
Yeah.
Try typing it out. I know it's a pain, but
I mean, Heinrich, I would also think that being a rogue trader, you would know the real term for the Geller Shield. It provides a pocket of the material realm in the image.
Yeah. I'm trying to. If someone doesn't know what it is, I'm trying to explain it in basic terms as I build up, more so than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Geller Field is what keeps your nasties. Yeah, it's the device that projects the pocket of real space. It's the psychic projection of your like your astropath navigator.
I still do not understand that, my friend. That's not how space travel works for us. We just.
What? I mean, that's not.
I'm not the most adept to explain, I guess, astrophysics, but that's not how we do things.
I mean, even the common grunt that I mean no offense if you're of rank or anything like that. Anyone who travels by warp knows it. Like you always have that feeling of the Geller field. There's very specific warnings because then you fall prey to the Xenos in the warp if you don't. That's why. Like I actually noticed that about your own ship. You don't have your gargoyles or anything like that. Like, so no wonder your Geller field knows feeling.
I can. Maybe this is just an incompatibility from our races, or this is just because we're different races. But I don't believe I can understand or follow what you're saying. That's not how we do things in space.
How do you navigate then? Like, you maybe won't know that one, but like, okay, that's strange. So, do you just real space? Do you just real space travel? If so, you shouldn't be too far from here, right?
I have no way of knowing. I can't really tell very well from these stars.
You know, the stars are funky because of archaeotech, but on stars and stuff we do sublight, Heinrich. I mean, well, yeah, I'm aware we do sublight. That's real space hopping and stuff, but like for something like that to happen to your ship, you'd have to be in the warp. Like you would have had to like activate your warp drive and everything to get in there. Thank you,
What?
train lady.
Train lady. Yeah, but you keep saying a warp drive. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Listen, I know we're relaxed and everything else, but you don't have to pull my leg up with this.
Oh, with FTL.
I am not. Would simply travel faster than light.
Yeah,
Yes,
by
you
going by traveling through warp space,
Dissect the ship.
right?
No.
The dissect the ship, then can answer.
Hmm. That's strange. Huh? I'll need to take a little bit more look at your ship then. 'Cause surely, did anyone else survive your crash? Because if so, if we can get a navigator or an astropath from your ship, it might be like heal your. If they're able to travel in real space a little bit faster than normal, then maybe we'll be able to actually, heal someone close to pick us up. But
I hope
I still
our
want to find
navigator
my ship.
is alive, but I also don't know what an astropath is.
It's a psyker. It's fucking blinded. The astropath is the one who they're communications. They're the ones that'll send psychic projections out for long range communications.
You mean your astropath is your communication officer?
No, I mean they're the communication. Like you'd have multiple in a choir.
You have completely lost me, Mr. Heinrich.
You've lost me as well. Like surely you would. Okay, maybe I don't know as much about Xenos as I thought. I would have swore you would have had at least some psychers. Like astropaths at the very least. What about the navigator then? Who's your primary pilot or navigation?
Or pilot.
So your pilot is a navigator? I mean, I know some smaller ships use that, but
no,
for the larger ships, you surely.
We have the bridge crew. With
Bridge crew. I mean, all ships have a bridge crew, but that's very different to your navigator. The creepy fuckers with you. I know you got no offense. I know you've got the slit and everything, but surely there's some of them that have like an eye in the slit.
No.
I get the feeling they don't have. I get the feeling they don't have the feeling of the warp and do everything through machine spirit. Huh. Really?
Also, machine spirit.
Yeah. It's those that are the spirit that guides the machines and beacons of the omniscient.
I believe I've heard that word before, but that's our machinery, our technology works for the hard work of the Earthcast.
The gerbils in your machine. I mean,
no gerbils.
The crate is looking at you intently, Cooney, as you're talking. He does pipe up every now and then.
Does he turn his head as his eye starts to wander?
A little bit.
Just the way, as he's talking to Heinrich, he's like, I get the feeling they don't have our feeling of the warp and do everything, and don't do everything through the machine spirit like we do, Heinrich. And as I turn around, his head's like fucking canted 45 degrees as his eyes when he's looking one direction. The crate is looking at you intently.
I mean, I can try to explain how we do things, but it's just science and technology. The marvel of the minds of the Earthcast. They're sworn duty.
So your Earthcast is the equivalent of our tech race then. They bring to life the machinations of the Omnissiah, the
I-
Emperor, I guess. But
I mean, I guess you could say they're similar, but not exactly like at all.
okay, right? Okay, I need to investigate your ship a bit more. Well, we've already come to an agreement about the ship, so I will have to like. But if this is some form of like warp's pock or Gellerpox or whatever, we're going to need fire. We're going to need fuck. Maybe we need actually some more of those prayers and stuff then. Right. You don't have any. Well, we can always make some quick and cheap filtration devices, but we're going to need charcoal or a lot of piss. I would rather charcoal, so I think we're going to work on that.
Very well. Question mark.
I mean, if you want the piss, you can go out and get some, but I'd rather have a charcoal filter than a piss filter. Basic survival strategy.
I'll just not.
All right. I don't think I need to watch this guy for too much longer. Just let him set to one side. Prometheus Flamers first. Promethean Flamers would be an absolute emperor send, but I don't think we're going to get any very reliable ones anytime soon. If we can find some form of alternative for now, you've done well at least hashing together some things so far, Craig. Hopefully, we can develop something else.
Cray is going to roll the Bidden Law Adeptus Mechanicus with
I will be
a
right
plus
back.
10. So Cray gets 5 degrees of success. Sadly, Geddy has left, but anyway, for you out there. Cray, you would know that it's not uncommon to find raw Promethium on worlds, particularly around swamp areas. So if you do uncover any swampy areas, there is a chance you could find crude Promethium, which I believe is essentially just a higher volatile oil. So Promethium flamers are not off the list. You need to find a Promethium first. Yes, as you inform the others, I don't know. Like Heinrich seems to be like looking off into the distance, holding his face in a
I'm
heroic
back. I just took a piss in the
stance.
corner. as Craig is describing that, Heinrich just stands up after the servo skull down and he goes, "Hang on, I'm just taking a
Like
leak."
there on the floor.
Yeah, we'll clean the rest of the place up. Might as well fucking water it a little bit. And by that I mean I'm actually going like stand up in that way so I can still hear him. I'm going over to the cave, and then I'll come back. So swamps, you say? As I come back, zipping up the fucking treasures.
This stuff in swampy areas. Oh,
I mean, the crude stuff it's a start. Although I don't think we'll be able to get a refinery anytime soon, will we?
I'll be surprised by how long it can be.
I'm surprised at some of the stuff we've already found here, to be quite honest with you.
And also, we got Vince's village. We can sacrifice it to the refinery.
True.
I had sacrificed the village for the refinery.
Yep, I heard that too. And I mean, if we could, if You know, if we found a large store of like raw promethium or crude promethium or whatever you want to call it, and we had to, you know, sacrifice the village to make it into a refinery, it might be that's one of the things that makes this planet worth even more. So far, I'm just seeing the profit factor tick up and up
just
and up.
letting them operate a refinery, and if they die every 5 seconds, too bad.
I've just seen the profit factor tick up and up and up as I think of more and more things that are on this fucking planet. Fucking Heimer is one of the few people in the Imperium that can actually be a fucking capitalist. That's brilliant.
So,
Right.
just to give a bit of a time skip between your conversation, as you're talking about the promethium things, about 20 minutes goes past. The Spuda Skull's eyes begin to flicker orange.
Ooh. Oh, Craig, it's orange now. It's not dull. What does that mean? It's coming on. Is it coming online, or is it just charging still? Or is it? What do I do?
I look at the battery.
Appears as if the spark of life has reached 25%.
Ah, quarter charge in 20 minutes. That's pretty good. I mean, that's not bad for 20 minutes.
However, as it changes color, it does begin to go through a reboot process. The little legs will begin to open up, take more power, stabilize themselves, and then it waits. Another leg will. Now, so the legs are testing themselves out. They're opening up, making sure everything's functioning, everything's working, and then they're setting themselves down securely.
Ooh, okay.
I also that's good.
Don't prepare the fucking you and the fucking lasgun. Right. Okay. So it's starting to come online then. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Still confused, to be quite honest with you, but we'll get it soon.
For about 15 minutes, if you guys carry on RPing, it will just carry on doing little boot up processing.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on the boot up processes as I'm just kind of watching like test the legs.
What's the process with my shaped pedals?
You say that again, Albie. I think I only caught half of it.
What this my shaped pedals?
All right, I think I only got 5% of that.
I did not get all that much,
No.
to be honest.
On my.
I mean, I know I'm supposed to be the alien, but I don't speak that language.
Even the Brazilian can't speak it. God damn. But he can double jump.
I see you, you motherfucking bot. I was here this time. Fuck you. I was keeping an eye out. No, he's got 3 of them all. Damn you.
What?
Bots and fucking this is chat.
Oh.
Best adult dating site. Best adult dating site.
Yeah, you thought you couldn't, you bastard. There we go. Didn't catch you last time, but I got you this time, you pricks. Right. So yeah, the robot goes through a few starting up processes. You chat for another 15 minutes. Perhaps this is a point where, you know, Craze. So I'm also watching my Discord's bar go into the red quite a lot. All these processes, this is where like Craze going, look, the machine spirit, it's awakening, it's activating, it's coming alive. When the eyes start to flash green.
Oh.
As the eyes flash green, the Spooder Skull's little chassis frame begins to open up more. As the head comes online, it makes itself known. How do I show players stuff again?
There is a button on the
Uh,
on PC.
Shift Z? Shift Z? You click on it, and then... Ooh, look at him go! Look at him go! He's got a fucking gun. Oh shit! Give him your money.
God damn it! I can't remember what the button is. It's not. None of them are working.
Click it. Shift Z. No, you're on your pen tool. That's why.
I had the pen tool out. Oh, I made it all green. No. Hang on.
You want to give him green eyes?
He wants to be an orc.
Also, I just noticed. Does that say G Fuel? Ah, fuck! I clicked off it by accident. No, it's not peeing. Let him go though. Look. I hope he doesn't want to rob me though.
We'll give you one
Look at
more.
that shit. That's fucking cool.
So,
I'm pretty damn sure when they made that model, that's a fucking heavy bolter. By the way, I'm like 90% sure that's actually a heavy bolter on that model. It's probably like fucking huge.
all about position and scope.
It's definitely got a scope. Look at that eye. God damn. What do we call him?
So the
Bobby.
the spider skull, as it comes online, there is a the weapon doesn't quite look like that. It looks more advanced. So as the spider skull comes online, its little sensors go over all of you, and it actually recoils back on a thread that fires out of the back of it, and it shoots up the wall.
Oh my god, this guy! It's an actual fucking spider!
As it raises its two little hands, or its two little arms at the front, you would see that an arc of energy is built up between its two little frontal hands.
Okay. I'm immediately gonna I myself going to make sure I'm standing in front of it. I'm putting the two hands up like this and go, no. We are friend. Omnissiah guided us to fix. Can I even understand Low Gothic? Hang on, if this is Archaeotech, can I even understand Low Gothic?
So, Cray, you would know at this point that you want to roll Adeptus Mechanicus Forbidden Law, as you have command codes that you can relay, that you can basically speak out to the machine. I can do the roll for you. You are not present. Let me just double check. No more bots. No more bots. Just check it wasn't Archaeotech. Sorry, it's tech use. It's tech use.
Oh, okay.
So go over to tech use, and we do a -20. I believe.
I should have yelled at you to do better.
I believe Cray would use up a fortune for such an important task, dealing with the Omnissire's blessed spider skull. There we go.
Hey, holy shit! Okay.
The Omnisire approves of this
fuck.
use of fortune -1. So you as Cray approaches, because he is, you know, a full 24 hours has passed since he went under the knife.
Yes.
He is able to approach, and he uses the command words that he saw in the dossier, which allowed us the spider to go a little bit more docile. The energy stops sparking. His little weapon turret thingy stops moving. Stops like twitching and going from all characters to just stationary. And Cray's able to use these command words. He's not technically doing tech use to it. He's just using these words to appease the machine spirit. And why does that say common law machine? I don't know. Anyway. They were all the same. They're all the same. Oh, I rolled the wrong ones, but they're all the same target. So, oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, it's exactly the same target. So never mind. And that allows you, Heinrich, to attempt to wrangle it. So you get so it's actually 6 degrees of success. You get a plus 30. It's 5 for each degree of success.
Okay. I'm gonna have to use a fate point on this. I know for a fact, but I'm gonna... Oh shit! Never mind. That's 4 degrees.
So, it takes you a little bit of time, Heinrich, but you slowly like make gestures with it, and maybe Craze like gives you a few pointers. And you know, you place your hand out up so it can kind of come down on its well, it probably walks over the wall, stabs its little string in, and lowers itself down to your outstretched hand. It just slowly starts to like not prick your hand, but its little hands go onto your hand, and you kind of make that God and humanity, you know, reaching up at the sky at each other kind of pose. But some little moments.
Michelangelo's David.
Yes. Some little moments are being formed. And yeah, it takes about 15 minutes or so before it actually like climbs down onto your hand, slowly climbing its way down your body. You'd think it would hurt, but the way its little legs cling to you, there's not actually much pressure from each leg. And it climbs down your body and down onto the floor. Looking up, you will need to do another test, but with 4 degrees, it will essentially do as you command to a degree for the next week and a half.
Okay.
Depending on how your next test goes, you know, if you get like a natural 100, it may, you know, start being obstinate.
Shall we start doing another test then? With what? I'm going to get a massive negative, I know for a fucking fact, but...
You'll have to do the next test in the... Sorry, I didn't say a minimum. So you'll have to wait 24 hours, and then you can do the next test. It will follow your commands for now, but it's in case someone were to fail, it's not just going to automatically attack you. It might just get obstinate and not listen.
That's fair enough then. Okay. So I'll just issue the simple commands for now. I'll try and just do, I guess, bonding with it eventually, but for now I'll just keep it those simple commands.
So its weapon has a small, obviously the weapon and the eye line up. There's a laser that comes out of its eye, and where its eye looks, the weapon points.
Okay. Fair enough. Can I like make out what type of weapon it is? Is it like a las weapon? Is it a like a assault projectile weapon?
Give me a rogue trader roll with a plus 30.
Nope. I've done terribly in my rogue trader tests. You know, the one thing I'm actually good at.
So
Besides charm.
Maybe you're just not, that you never noticed weapons as much until you needed them. Maybe it's just you didn't take as much notice of them. But when you look at it, you think it's definitely like a las or something of that kind, because you don't see any ejection point for any spent cartridges. Do you think it's got to be
Okay.
it's got to be an energy weapon of some type?
Okay. Fair enough. Up until this point, I actually had crew and stuff that did the fighting and shit for me, so that's understandable. Mostly, the fucking weapon was for appearances and threats.
Oh, you guys you guys did fix the Voxcaster, and you can charge it up here. So
Yes.
on the Voxcaster comes a message.
What?
It is in Morse code. Takes a moment or so, but I mean, Cray would definitely understand it. Informs you that someone is asking for introductions.
Ah, okay. I will, trying to be the primary care. I will handle the introductions. I'll introduce myself as Heinrich Theobald Javed, the rogue trader, and this is my compatriots. Introduce Buttermouth. Introduce Thomas. I'll point over Cray, and I need to just when it comes to Cooney, I'm Cooney, our most recent addition.
The Spider Skull bows, curtsies, makes notice of all of you. There's a long list of dots and dashes. Cray informs you that this unit is unnamed. It has damaged components and missing components. However, communications are operational. Maneuvering, I mean, it's maneuvering thruster. Maneuvering web is functioning. Auto stabilization is functioning. Potentia coil damaged. Basic weapon mount damaged. All specs functional. Pick capture control slate missing.
Okay.
A lot more dots and dashes. Close quarters weaponry functioning. He raises up he raises up two arms underneath the two that it raised up, and there was an arc of electricity or power. Small manipulator claws functioning. He raises up the two front arms, microplasma cutters functioning, and there's a jolt of power that shoots across. He then moves his weapon, but it doesn't move properly. There's something that you can definitely see that something's up. Um, microplasma cutter partially functioning. It does act as a ranged weapon, but it is quite short-ranged.
Okay. The plasma cutter. Fucking dead space plasma cutter.
It's only a range of 5 meters.
It's fucking better than, not having a ranged weapon at all. Fuck class. All right. I'll ask. It's responding to low gothic, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I will I'll keep my responses and stuff and low gothic. I'll not just immediately turn to Cray and demand he translates, but okay. Do you have any data on where we would be able to find your repair stations and such? Do you have anything like that for locations and stuff where we can maintenance areas for your different systems? Surely there would be some here.
So he would dot and dash to give coordinates that would basically point out Izmir as the closest pet refurbishment store.
Makes sense. Okay.
It only locates the closest one, and its range is not massive.
Right.
So if it gets broken, and say all of its legs gets ripped off, you carry it around, and when it gets close to one, it will point out, oh, there's a repair station X number of miles in that direction.
Okay, yeah. So the further we go out and around, the further we go from Ismuth, or Ismuth.
So it will inform you that the signal has been received from Izmir. So since you've got power to the fountain, there's obviously power going to somewhere else in Izmir that's letting out that this facility is on. Or something to do with the power system is letting it know, okay, this one's on. That's the closest one. If you were, let's say, by the Fetits area, it wouldn't tell you that there's one anywhere nearby, unless there was power up at the Fetid. So the two that you know of, well, 3 technically that you know of, would be the fishing village, the Fetits outpost, and Izmir.
Yeah. The actual architect, is that an architect?
Yeah.
The pre-collapse areas.
Yeah, it is basically the architect villages that were built there for entertainment purposes mainly.
It just sounds weird to me, calling them architect villages and stuff. I know it's accurate and everything, but pre-collapse resorts. There we go. I mean, whatever works, but yeah. Okay, so something else has come online in Izmir. We just didn't. I guess we didn't find it at the time. So, all right. If we get, when we get back to Izmir, would you be able to point us in the direction of the repair facility then?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
It informs you that yes, it can direct you to location of what you're calling it Izmir. It calls it something else. It does inform you that communications are easier if the accompanying microbead is installed.
We will need to find that still.
The model would it actually? Let's see. Let me just see. So a little compartment opens up and its little manipulator arm seems to go to pull something out when it pulls out nothing. And it will say that its receptor has been lost. Replacements can be found, and it says, closest one is Izmir.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So we'll get you to the little repair station then. I kind of want to call him
Where
here.
was the repair station exactly?
Izmir. We'll find out more when we actually get there. Because I assume it's like something like a return beacon that you'll be able to like head to. So there's something else in Izmir we haven't found yet, but it's got power now. So now that it has power, he can actually detect it. Yeah. I found him in the warehouse.
Well, we will clean that warehouse now.
I already cleaned the warehouse. It was literally where I was sleeping.
I meant the ground.
Fair. Okay. Okay. All right then. Was there anything else? I mean, we could take a look at these little incubation pods, but I don't think we have anything to really do with them at the moment. So I think if we can begin packing stuff up and getting ready to head back to Izmir.
Out of character, my stupid memory. Voxcaster. Okay, thank you. Go on, continue.
Yeah,
I was taking note and I forgot on which device we got the Morse code.
You're right.
And by asking the question, I answered the question.
Yes, I love it when that happens. It's just all of a sudden oh yeah, thanks Brain for the sudden fucking kickstart.
Well, it's actually not that surprising knowing how our memory works with associations and events and the like.
Me no understand.
I believe
Big
that
words,
is
too scary.
everything that you guys have harvested over the last, well, for Cooney not so long, but for you and Craig quite a while.
I wish to celebrate with a small glass of durian alcohol. Because why not?
Sure.
We have actually still completed some of the objectives, so
you can add that one bottle is open. You pour in. It's quite a thick liqueur. Again, think of like eggnog. And it's very pungent smelling.
Eggnog isn't really a liqueur.
Well, no, the thickness.
More of a dessert.
No, the thickness. I meant. It's very pungent. But Heinrich, you are a rogue trader. You do know that some cheeses.
they also have the decadence talent.
Well, there you go. You know that that fine cheeses often don't smell amazing, but the taste can be divine. So you knock it back, and yeah, it has an incredibly delicious, fruity flavor with a nice alcohol kick. However, there is a sourness there that not entirely sure if it's a good sour or a bad sour. Can I get a toughness test of plus 20? Because it is quite an easy test to get over. Okay.
I mean, so long as I don't get like 6 degrees of failure, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, you did get 69, so yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Your stomach is going to be a bit upset in the morning, but apart from that, you'll be fine.
That's fine. I will pour another one and offer it out to whoever else. Here you go. Who wants it?
Also, I was making cock-shaped pebbles. I don't know if you understand me now better.
Cock-shaped pebbles, yes.
Pebbles, stones.
Thank you, but none for me.
Muttermouth
okay.
and Thomas would both try this thing that's been offered that's come from a fridge. Strange. I'm sure they actually know what a fridge is. Probably haven't seen one like this, but still.
It's quite funny that the primitive furries are more advanced than the partially mutated humans.
I mean, look at our current world. Look where the fairies are.
So,
good point.
Thomas seems to be better at holding his alcohol than Muttermouth. Or Thomas's guts are stronger, one or the other. Yeah, Muttermouth's not going to have a great morning.
I'm surprised.
I know
Muttermouth
what
lived
the
in
villages
fucking
are like
Izmir
now.
for a while. Yeah. Oh yeah, probably didn't get a chance to share that much in the way of alcohol or shit. So fair enough.
Well, he was a slave back then, basically.
Yeah.
He was the dirt of the village, so life has improved for good old Muttermouth. But they both seem very pleased with the flavour. Again, not so much the sourness, but again, that's what happens if you leave a liqueur in a fridge for a few thousand years. I don't know. Nothing good.
I mean, it's vinegar.
Yeah. It's starting to get like a bit of vinegary.
It's also
But,
Archaeotech, and it's been in a fridge, so meh. Cooney, were you partaking in the...
I mean, it could be an Archaeotech fridge that works with stasis, so it doesn't become vinegar.
The power ran out. That's the only issue.
Ah, shit.
It still has some refrigeration unit in it, so it's still maintained some of its cooling properties and everything else, but it wasn't working at full capacity.
I'm going to say from the silence that Cooney does not try the...
Sorry, my voice is not that great. I already said no, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by all means, you can gather up your belongings. Cray is able to leave the hospital bed. All of your items should be charged.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't quite know how many las packs you have in total, but I believe you don't have that many, so they should all be charged.
I think it's really only...
I think 1 or 2. I'm going to need to check my book.
I think it's only you that actually uses the last packs as well.
Yes, I got full claim on all technology. Worship me.
So yeah, I should imagine in over 24 hours you should be able to charge everything up. You do notice that the amount of water that has been used has increased, so you do have to fill up the tank.
That's part of that was one of the jobs we did last time. So we were actually getting water to fill it up. So that shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, but you would have noticed once it went from full, before you leave, you look at it and you're like, oh wow, that actually did go down a bit. Let's fill it up again.
In fairness, all we have to do is get to the outside of the cave because there's water right there too.
Yeah.
I mean, not even outside. We could probably drill a hole straight in. We just need to get some kind of pipe. That's not iron because fuck that shit.
But for now, you can just go and walk out.
I mean,
and fill it up.
I was about to say, lead piping is probably our best, and since it's for power use anyway, nobody cares.
Yeah, we're not going to be drinking out of it. Yeah, good point. All right, we're going to have to teach them how to roll lead pipe like they did in the Roman times.
It's not that hard. If you
I
tell
know.
me.
You'll be fine.
That's what we have. We have a town full of people that can do manual labor for us.
Don't worry about the lead poisoning. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Well, we're not using it for drinking water.
I mean, it goes into a...
No, but you got to work the lead.
I'm already 90% lead anyway.
No, I meant for the villagers. Because you're not going to get them protective gloves and shit, are you?
Spendable assets.
Fucking Albie pulling a bender. Yeah, I'm already 90% lead. Yeah, I'm already 90% steel. I'm already 90% the fucking adamantium. The fucking I'm already 90% whatever the hell whatever substance we need. I mean, it's not too bad. Working lead like that, so long as we don't let them cut their fucking hands and shit like that, and they're not holding the actual lead itself for prolonged periods of time.
Looking their
we can
fingers.
teach them how to, get gloves and shit.
Am
It's
I
not like
very
one of
roboty?
well, actually, no. Hang on, we will have to teach them properly. Oh, hello.
Am I coming through clear now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I think you cut out for a little bit there.
Yeah,
Right,
my
we all said it.
Discord is loving the red zone at the moment.
Oh boy.
I should have restarted my internet before I got so. The stream's fine. Nothing wrong with the stream.
Strange.
But so yeah, you can gather up all your things and make your way out of the Archaeotech facility and back to Izmir. When you come outside, obviously your eyes do get dazzled because you have been underground with dim light. It's not fully lit down here, and it is a bright day as you come out, so you are dazzled a bit, but it doesn't take you too long before you get back to Izmir. You've probably got about 3/4 of the day left. Yeah, by no means have you used up the entire day. So as you do come back into town, also, Cooney, what are you doing with your drones?
That's a good question.
They should be following me and the group.
So you've had them following you this whole time?
Guess so.
But
There's no reason for me to leave them in the village, for instance. So
I think it's going to reference the charging bit of it all.
Yeah,
I think we're going to have to get.
It's been like 2 weeks.
If
It's been
it's
like
the charging bit, I can leave them in the.
It's
base.
been like 2
Well,
weeks.
we had the.
That's all.
No. What you can do is if we keep taking the herd beasts with us, you can always stash them in the back of the cart temporarily until we can figure out a way to make a conversion for the charge ports and stuff. I bet it's like instead of like USB-C, it's like fucking USB 2 or something like that. No, it's the Apple charger.
No. Low blow, dude. Don't go there.
It's not even the good Apple chargers. The fucking weird one they had that looks like a shamrock.
Thunderbird, Thunderfire, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt.
No, Lightning Bolt's the. It's the iMac charger or something like that. iMac.
Here's the thing: if they're low on battery, I'll leave them probably in the cart with the herd beast for now. But if they're really low on battery, I'll just leave them at the home base, the one with all the technology. I'll just find some place to stash it. And when Cray is actually nice and ready, we can later work down a way to convert power.
I'm just taking notes a second, so.
Sure. So, yeah, after 2 weeks of them following you around, you would get an alert that they're running out of power. So before you go off to the Archaeotech facility, you order them to go into the back of the cart and sit with the herd. Well, yeah, back of the cart, and then you leave them at the Archaeotech facility.
They're going to be safe there at least.
And again, if you want to pick them up from there, it's not exactly miles away. Well, it is miles away, but it's not miles away. You get what I mean?
We're not walking over to the crash site every time just to get it.
Yeah. If you want to go on an expedition, you can literally go off to the Archaeotech facility once you've left Izmir, and then go off to do your things.
Find one of these like wireless chargers so I can charge both of them at the same time.
So the the Spuder Skull directs you again. It's through the Vox. Actually, it probably would stop doing that for now. It kind of just points an arm out. With a little jolt of
as we're
energy.
moving, I'd like as we're moving, I'd allow it to like tap my shoulder. If it's on my shoulder, I'll allow it to like tap my shoulder at the like point directions or whatever. Or if it's like walking in front of me, I'll just like I'll inform it. You can just like guide directions and stuff. Like I'm sure it can even draw arrows in the dirt and shit like that with its fucking spider claws.
Sure, we can do that. So as it gets in close to Izmir, it would scuttle out in front of you. It comes to here when it sees that there are things here, where its weapon starts, like the laser comes out and starts tracking individuals as it scuttles around.
No threat. No threats yet.
So
thank God they don't actually speak our language either.
It's very cautious of the other individuals who have not been marked out as your hunting party.
Oh.
And it would fire its web up onto the building and pull itself over to the building.
I'll make a motion with my hand, like civilian, non-combatant.
A lot of the Izmirians are just
workers,
freaking out that a skull has just scuttled its way into the camp, and a laser is pointing at them.
I'll try and coax the little Spooder Skull onto my shoulder. At least he's not all that little, but at least if it's. Thank God I'm wearing like a coat and stuff now, rather than the fucking like raggedy shit I was wearing. So like, he can actually like sit on my, sit the shoulder, sit to, like off the back, that kind of thing. Just so like, you know, it's this is mine. Do not fucking throw any stones at it. It also has a laser. Don't throw any fucking stones at it.
It scuttles up to the door, and with its little manipulator arms, opens the door and goes into the house.
That's gonna be the most fucking terrifying thing for these like, fucking tribals.
They are properly freaking out at this thing, like gasping and just like, what is this? Like their weird language.
Fucking just opens the door and walks inside. That's gonna be the most fucking terrifying thing. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna follow it into the. Oh yeah, that was the chief's house.
Yes. As it comes in, it seems to look around, like again its little laser is going up and down and left and right, and it goes into the house, goes into essentially where the elder was sleeping, and looks around, begins checking out the room. Now you guys did search the room, and something doesn't seem to be right with the spider as it starts pulling up at the rugs. Well, not rugs, the animal hides that have been laying on the floor as carpet.
Okay.
Just a quick question. Those broken aspects didn't get charged properly, right?
No, only up to their maximum that they can hold, which was only like 10 shots, I believe, because they are damaged.
You are correct.
Yeah, so it didn't repair them. Unfortunately, the spark of life is not that powerful.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break a couple of them down to actually make a one functioning las pack.
So yeah, it begins pulling at the animal hides and it's slowly but surely removing them from an area on the floor.
Okay, I'll assist by moving the help moving the rugs and stuff like that, and I'll ask, can you broadcast if it's under the ground?
It raises its little arms like about time as you start picking up the animal skins. You see that there's as you move a couple of them, you see that there's a crack in the floor, a visible gap that runs through a number of floorboards. The more hides you remove, the quicker you see there is a trap door.
Okay. I'll have the trapdoor open then, I guess. If there's is there like a clear opening for it, or do I have to
Yes,
go
yeah.
over to? Okay.
Once you remove all it's quite a big, hefty. It's you wouldn't. It's like a double door, as if you were to carry heavy objects down, you could get them down, with two people side by side. So with Cooney's help,
a warehouse door.
yeah.
However you actually call them, a gate.
So with a bit of help from
it's
Cooney,
one of those things. I'll ask Cooney and I'll ask Cray to come over, and like we'll take a door each, and maybe Mothermouth can help with the other one. So two on each side, just to make.
It is still a basement door, but it's
okay. So it's not that heavy.
Yeah, so it's quite large. So where two people could carry a chest down, for example, like furniture, and it's a very large
I get you now.
basement door. But it is still internal. But it is heavy, so with help from Cooney, you do easily get it up, and it was stiff and stuck where it's hasn't been opened for years. As you open the door, a small light appears at the bottom of some stone steps. It looks very dusty, very worn out. But when you poke your head down there, you do see that there are a number of wires and junction boxes and electronics, essentially.
Okay.
When you actually go down properly, I'll literally just tell you this is a power bank room. There's a couple of batteries, big old batteries, that take the excess charge from the wind turbine and charge it up. Looking round, Cray will notice that there is equipment that looks as if it's for an antenna or a signal broadcasting beacon, essentially, which is what the spider skull has locked onto. The facility does look like, with enough time, you might be able to charge up items from here or have power from this location. But it's a red light that comes on. It does seem to be in very low power mode.
Okay, 1 second. I'm busy writing down like mad, so...
No worries, dude. It's just basically this area can be converted later if you want to up
I'm just writing...
storage.
I'm updating my to-do list, so...
Not a problem. But as much as you search this basement, you don't actually find any technologies or anything of real use. There might be there might be a few screws here and there. There might be a couple of bolts here and there. But it does look as if this place was cleaned out before whatever happened to this place happened to this place.
Okay.
There would be racks, I guess, on the walls, like for tools, and there would be a couple of workbenches. because you can't really remove them. So it does look as if this area was set up to be storage, you know, maintenance of a sort. But yeah, most of it has been cleared out.
Okay, so we don't have really much in the way of actual actual materials and stuff here, but at least it's a start. It also means we actually have a charging port here in town as well. RPG's charging facility.
I will try to ask the drone if it knows anything else of this place, if it knows any other facilities.
It will come
this
on the
location.
Vox as none in range. So once you get closer to them, it can point them out.
It has no good, right?
Yes, but it's not. But it's not in range. It's not.
Yeah, I was just going to go over every
Oh, okay.
square inch of this village.
I mean, you can go round everything with the auger, but with your auger as well. I wouldn't really need you to roll for it. Most of the buildings appear to have metal in the walls, so you would imagine that there are cables and stuff running through. You don't really find any plug sockets. You would find a couple, I guess, here and there, but it seems as if there is, like, the buildings weren't designed. They were designed to have power. So it's because it's a hunting themed place, and it's kind of, you know, you're going out there for a fantasy to live, you know, a dangerous fantasy, because the creatures were dangerous. This place was meant to have a theme, and that's like medieval, techno, steampunky. So the buildings aren't meant to have light in them, but they do all seem to have some sort of power facilities, maybe for an electric till, you know, for a touristy thing, or for X, Y, or Z.
Fucking tell something like, oh yeah, hey, do you want to buy a soft drink at exorbitant prices?
Yeah, that kind of shit. You know, you're here for the realistic, medieval, but you still want your luxuries as well. Your
It's glamping, don't you know?
yes.
Oh, God.
It's like going LARPing, only there is real danger. It's with real weapons, and you get your real cup of tea at the end. You know, I don't know. He's probably the worst one. It's easy to make. Get your mocha
It's
hopper
like fishing
chocker.
with dynamite. You can like fishing if you have access to dynamite. It's even better.
Oh, dare you imply that it could be better. Who wants to pick up? Well, I suppose they're not actually turned into chunky salsa. I suppose the ones close enough are, but still. So yeah, there's nothing else that's really that you find. Like, you don't find any other hidden compartments or anything if you go around and scan the village. The people are freaked out again by this spider that climbs around places, like raising its arms in the air and doing a little shaky movement, which it does every time it makes an auger scan. Two of its arms raise up and it, you know, wiggles. Yeah, you don't uncover any other secrets. You have found all the secrets of Izmir. And on that note, unless you guys would like to do some RPing for the last few minutes, we are getting close to the end of the episode.
I still need to figure out what I want to call them. I know we threw a couple of names around. You know, Kenny, Robert, Keith, Peeper. He doesn't have any. No, it's not Peeper. He said we're only going to call him Peeper if he actually has any of that FAP code stuck in him. So no Peeper.
Look, it walks
Yes.
funny. It is weird
Peeper.
looking as shit, and it has FAP code.
And it's also, it has no cursor rate, so it can beep.
I guess it's. All right. I mean, part of me want to call him Peter, but Peeper. All right,
You can call him Peter the Peeper.
Peter the Peeper. I was thinking Peter like fucking Spider-Man though. Yeah.
I still just see Peeper.
All right. Let's go with Peter. That's a Peter. Peeper the Peeper. Peeper the Peeper. Why am I struggling with this?
Peter the Peeper picked up a pencil.
Peter Pepper. Blah, blah,
Why did I think of Pepper?
Beep, bop, beep, boop, bop, beep, bop, bop.
Beep, ba, 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 da, boom. Ba, ba,
So,
ba, da, boom.
With
Beep.
that copyright strike on its way for stealing musical artists' creations.
I mean, you're
it was-
allowed 20 time measures, so
Yeah, tell that to YouTube.
What?
Tell that to YouTube. It's like 20
No.
seconds.
when you make music, you are allowed to have 20 time measures that are closely related to another song or that are similar to another song.
I think my voice is that terrible that they'll probably not pick it up anyway. And two, I think it's within like the 5 second.
30 seconds.
Remember,
No. For music and stuff, it's like 10. It's like 5 to 15 seconds.
I had a
I guess
character.
that's one of those localized.
I had a
things.
character who said words that ended up being lyrics, and they copyright claimed it.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that's
This was-
shitty.
This was
detection
he who should not
algorithms
be
for you.
named. And I was like, how have I got a copyright claim on this part?
Oh, I know.
Hmm.
Like, what if you just mention like, real China? Therefore, little fucking Chinese companies that keep trying to claim it will not be able to because you mentioned Taiwan. Ah, I see.
What,
Game the system.
that Taiwan is the real
You mean
China?
West Taiwan.
Or
Taiwan
that,
is real China.
Or that, Ukraine will be victorious because Russia is crap.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
It's now neither Russia or China can
Let's
claim
just
it.
yeet myself into the oblivion anyway. COVID. Ah! There we go. That's the end of my channel. It's been cancelled, everyone.
Oh shit, the stream went down.
Sarkov. If anyone
Yes.
understands.
I made you
Sarkov.
fucking look, didn't I?
I did, actually, I did. With that bombshell of Russian exposure and Novikov, whatever it is.
Sarkov. SARCOV.
Sarkov.
Or Sierra Alpha Romeo. Charlie Alpha. No, Charlie. What's the O again? It's not Omega, it's
Oscar.
Oscar. Oscar.
It's like when I was learning it, I was trying to like spell out snow, and I spelled Sierra November Oscar Wilde. That's how I remember it.
Yes, we will end the episode off there. So, I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to future episodes to come, where the players will eventually have to go back out into the world to do something. Or if they wait around long enough, something might happen here instead. So, you can all look forward to that in the future. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.
Aww.
I could